đây bọn đợt này sốc bài nào đấy bọn. Okay, today you will meet me again, yeah. Chơi thứ này phụ dương chụp hụt một xa thì thấy bà nộp xa phần đá tì bám này khai sẽ hạ bảo dương. Okay, so we go on. Okay, chapter 10 sport. Okay, about unit 2 come Nisai. Okay, for the first you study vocabulary with me. Vocabulary. For the first word, goalkeeper. Okay, goalkeeper. Goalkeeper that means participle of noun. That means a player standing. Okay, station at a goal, keep out of the goal. Goalkeeper that means a player station at a goal, out of the goal. Okay, to keep out of the goal. A player station at the goal to keep out of the goal. Yeah. Goalkeeper that means in Khmer nè chăm tì. Okay, nè chăm tì. Chụp bà toàn. Okay, nè chăm tì. Okay, we go on the word found. Okay, found. Found that means to be in flight or found. Yeah, to be in flight or found. Or sometimes make someone injury. Yeah, injury. Okay, with the activity when they play the football or play something. Okay, for a back, great. Yeah, for a back, great. Okay, found. Okay, we go on. Superstar. Okay, superstar. Superstar that means past be a noun. I mean in English, a person who makes someone like the activity that they can do. Okay, a person who makes someone like the activity that they can do. Okay, cái superstar that means đó là những chỗ chân nó là được bình dụng. Okay, superstar. We go on. Nasty. Nasty. Nasty that means past adjective. Disagreeable or vicious. Spiteful. Okay, nasty that means disagreeable, vicious or spiteful. Nasty that means in English, that means in Khmer that cua perm, that smoke group of nasty. We go on. Sprain. Sprain. Sprain that means participle of verb. That means injuries caused by a bad twist to the muscle or ligaments around a joint. Yeah. Sprain, that means part of speech of noun, sorry, of verb. That means injury caused by a bad twist to the muscle or ligament around a joint. Yeah. Sprain that means great lock, sprain. Okay. We go on. The last word, stare at me. Stare at someone. Okay. Stare at someone that means pressure room. That means sum lọc đạn nổ nam nè. Sum lọc đạn nổ nam nè. Okay. Stare at me. Stare at someone. Okay. We go on section A. Talk about yourself and answer the question. So now look at some page 57. You must put on body ham palmo. Okay. Section A. Question 1. How many people are there in a football team, including the goalkeeper? Okay. Do you ever play football? If so, where do you usually play on the field? Okay. Number 2. Football is one of the most popular sports in the world. Why is it so popular? Do you think? Okay, the answer. Number 1. How many people are there in a football team, including the goalkeeper? Okay, there are 11 people. Do you ever play football? Yes, I do. If so, where do you usually play on the field? Near my house, for me. Okay. Question 2. Football is one of the more popular sport in the world. Why is it so popular, do you think? Because it makes people happy and it can make their body strong or something else. Okay. Yeah. Because it makes the people happy and it can make their body strong. Okay, the answer. We go on section B. 1. Talk about the photo. 2. Read the table. 3. Listen to the conversation between Robert and a member of the Cambodian national football team, Nisai. 4. Add their statement true or false. Give the correct information. Okay, so now listen the story with me. Take the paper story with me and read with me, please. Okay, chapter 10, sport. Unit 2, Nisai. Robert, Nisai, how did you become a member of the Cambodian national football team? Nisai, when I was 18, the Cambodian army put an advertisement in the newspaper. They were looking for a good football player. I applied and was selected. Robert, did more hair like your style? I laughed. Robert, so how did you get on? Nisai, I did quite well because after a year, I was selected for the Army first team. Then, while I was playing for that team, I was selected as the best under 19 football player. That helped I joined the national football team. Robert, how did you manage to make scientific progress? Nisai, well, I train hard for about 4 hours every day. More when there are important matches coming up. Robert, yeah, that's a lot. Nisai, well, throughout our regulation of course, but training hard has definitely helped me to become a better player. Robert, how about injuries? I hope you haven't ever been seriously found. Nisai, I've received a few injury and sprain, but doesn't lead to be expected. But I never had what you might call a serious found. But as a member of the national football team, you must have competed against a number of foreign countries. Nisai, yeah, I played against other Asian countries, including Vietnam, Hong Kong, and Indonesia. Robert, so you must be a superstar by now? Nisai, oh, no, and really, I don't want to be one either. Why not? People might stare at me and I wouldn't like that. I just want to be a successful football player. Okay, so finish reading. So we go on to page 57 again and look at truth for with me. Look at the table with me. Number 1. Nisai joined the Cambodian army for football team when he was 16. Is it false? Number 1. Because when he was 16, the Cambodian army put an advertisement in the newspaper, and after 1 year later, he was selected in the Cambodian army nation. This is for number 1. Number 2. Later, he was selected as the best under 19 football player. Okay, number 2. Is it true? Okay. Number 3. Usually, he trained for about 4 hours already. Number 3. Is it true? Okay. Number 4. He had received a few serious found. Number 4. Is it false? He had received a few injuries and sprain. Yeah, he had received a few injuries and sprain. Number 5. Is it true? Number 6. People stare at him because he is a superstar. Number 6. Is it false? he wouldn't like that because he wants to be a successful football player. Okay, number 1 fall, 2 true, 3 true, 4 fall, 5 true, and 6 fall. Okay, we got section C on page 58. C. 1. Listen to the conversations again. Then I answer the question. Okay, listen again. And after that, answer the question on page 58, section C. Robert, Nisai, how did you become a member of the Cambodian national football team? When I was 18, the Cambodian army put an advertisement in the newspaper. They were looking for a good football player. I applied and was selected. They must have liked your story, love. So, how did you get on? I required because after the year, I was selected for the army first team. Then, while I was playing for that team, I was selected as the under 19 football player. That's how I joined the national football team. How did you manage to make scientific progress? Well, I trained hard for about 4 hours every day. More when there are an important match coming up. Yes, that's a lot. Well, though our regulation, of course, but training hard has definitely helped me to become a better player. How about injuries? I hope you haven't ever been seriously found. I've received a few injury and sprain, but that only to be expected. But I never had what you might call a serious found. As a member of the national football team, you must have competed against a number of foreign countries. Yeah, I played against other Asian countries, including Vietnam, Hong Kong, and Indonesia. So you must be a superstar by now? Oh no, I don't want to be one either. Why not? People might stare at me and I wouldn't like that. I just want to be a successful football player. Okay, finish. So now answer with me the question. Look at question 1. How did Nisai know that the army were looking for a football player? How? The answer number 1. They put an advertisement in the newspaper. Okay, number 1. Number 2. What do you think Robert meant when he said that the Cambodian army must have liked Nisai style? The answer number 2. They thought he was a good football player. Yeah? They thought he was a good football player. Okay, the answer number 2. Number 3. The national football team had regulations about running. What are they? The answer number 3. The member of the national football team must train for about 4 hours every day. Okay, 4 hours every day. 4. What does Nisai mean when he said that some injury and sprain are only to be expected? That's number 4. He played for the national football team. He must expect to receive some injury and sprain. Number 5. Why does Robert think that Nisai might be a superstar? Because he had played football or competed again to another team. Okay, so he has played. You play ED to me. Cho nhờ play lại nên tham ED là cụ không? Okay, football and compete again to another team. Okay, So you copy the answer to the notebook when you have free time. Okay, we got section D. 1. Talk about the photo. 2. Look at the clue. 3. Use them in the correct form to fill in the gap in the story about Nisai. Okay. This photo Nisai ណា Okay យើងរូបភាពគឺរូបភាពរបស់ Nisai. Okay Nisai យកពាក្យរបស់អមមានពាក្យ compete receive stare trend and found ណា Okay listen the story with me after you complete. Nisai started his career in football when he was 16 years old. Although he was a good football player, then he hard every day to make enough progress to eventually get into the national football team. Playing for the national team isn't easy, and he one or two nasty injuries and sprain. I am pleased to say, however, that he hasn't ever been seriously as a member of the national football team. Nisai has visited Vietnam, Hong Kong, and Indonesia, and against that team. Maybe one day Nisai will become a superstar, but he doesn't want to become one because he doesn't want people at him. He only to be a successful football player in the national football team. Okay, so now you complete with me. Nisai started his career in football when he was 16 years old. Although he was a good football player, then he had you complete. He had to train hard every day to make enough progress to eventually get into the national football team. Playing for the national team isn't easy, and he had received once or two nasty injury and sprain. I am pleased to say, however, that he hasn't ever been seriously found as a member of the national football team. Nisai has visited Vietnam, Hong Kong, and Indonesia, and has competed against that team. Maybe one day Nisai will become a superstar, but he doesn't want to become one because he doesn't want people to stare at him. Recently, I'm to be a successful football player in the national football team. Okay, so secondly, you complete. After you complete, you copy the type into the notebook. Okay, when you have free time. Okay. ជាយើងចប់ហើយមេរៀនហ្នឹងណាមេរៀនទី2កៅនិស័យយើងចប់ហើយហើយលោកសូមផ្ដាំបងប្អូនថាធ្វើតេស្តផងណាតេស្តដែលលោកឲ្យប្រចាំខែគឺធ្វើផងព្រោះដូចជាខែសីហាហ្នឹងអញ្ចឹងពួកយើងធ្វើតេស្តឲ្យលោកគ្រូបានសិស្សទាំងអស់8ថ្នាក់ទី11គឺធ្វើតេស្តលោកបានត្រឹមតែ200នាក់ទេអញ្ចឹងលោកគ្រូមិនដឹងថា100នាក់ជាងទៀតគាត់ធ្វើអីឬក៏អត់ធ្វើទេណាឬក៏គាត់អត់ចេះធ្វើឬក៏អត់ដឹងដែរណាអញ្ចឹងអ្នកដែលធ្វើតេស្តគឺមានពិន្ទុអ្នកដែលអត់ធ្វើតេស្តគឺពិន្ទុទៅតាមហ្នឹងបាទតាមគ្រូបន្ទុកគឺគាត់ឲ្យជាទឹកចិត្តរបស់ពួកគាត់5 10ឬក៏0ឬគាត់ដឹងដែរអញ្ចឹងលោកសូមផ្ដាំថាខែក្រោយគឺយើងធ្វើផងណាជួយធ្វើតេស្តលោកគ្រូផងព្រោះជាការងាររបស់យើងជាកិច្ចការរបស់យើងអូខេ good luck see you next time okay